Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Deliciously Decayed. I am Rick.
And I'm Dev. Today we're checking out Tewksbury State Hospital in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. While some of it's still being used as an active healthcare facility, some of the original hospital was converted into a public health museum. The museum gives visitors a first-hand look into the history of physical and mental health care. So let's go check that out.
From Hockomock Swamp to Dighton Rock and everything in between. Petroglyphs and monoliths and things best left unseen. Bridgewater Triangle, dark and creepy quarters, haunted asylums, and don't forget the tunnels. New England and beyond, only for the unafraid. Take a dog journey down an untraveled path that's deliciously decayed. Deliciously decayed. Deliciously decayed.
Tewksbury Hospital originated as State Almshouse in 1854 with a capacity for 500. By the end of the year, there were already 2,000 paupers, most of whom were immigrants. When some people were transferred to other almshouses to relieve overcrowding, State Almshouse began to take in the pauper insane, making it the first almshouse to accept residents diagnosed with chronic insanity. By 1874, it had become part almshouse, part hospital, and part asylum. It officially became a hospital in 1900.
We actually were given the opportunity to explore the interior of some of the buildings here in Tewksbury, and this is going to be awesome.
Is it haunted?
I tried to put myself in the mindset of one of the inmates, so I got down and crouched on the floor in the corner. I wanted to see what they would have seen, and I wanted to feel what they would have felt. That isolation and despair. And yes, those are human claw marks. Somebody dug their fingernails into that door. To me, this hallway, there was a lot of people taking photographs at this time. But even with the people there, once I isolated myself, it felt like I had an audience. It felt like there was at least a residual energy, like this has all happened many times before. Someone's been alone in this cell, scratching at the walls, sitting there in their own filth. And it felt almost inviting, like the cell wanted me to be there, experiencing this. Or maybe I'm just into violent, crazy chicks. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe that's just on me, but I'd say there's a presence, at least in the violent female warden. Can't argue that.
The most well-known resident of the almshouse was Anne Sullivan. She was there with her younger brother when they were children, since they had no one to take care of them. Unfortunately, Anne wasn't happy here and transferred to Perkins School for the Blind 4 years later. This is a well-known school in the area for children with disabilities, especially visual and hearing impairments. She later moved to Alabama to teach Helen Keller. The hospital had 2 cemeteries associated with it. The Pine Cemetery, which is where we are now, and a second one that didn't have a name. Between the 2 of them, there are over 15,000 bodies that have been unclaimed that were buried here. And like a lot of other hospital cemeteries we've covered, the markers just have a number and a name. We only found 5 that have a name and a death date.
So we're going to take you inside what is known as the Pauper Cemetery. I feel like I'm already fucking crawling in ticks. There's nothing, I don't know about paupers, but there's nothing but a tick sanctuary inside this place, so maybe we'll skip this one for now.
Infectious disease played a significant role in the hospital's history, and the museum still largely focuses on it today. Tuberculosis, smallpox, typhoid fever, and other diseases were all treated here. Infected patients were housed in special facilities to treat and contain the diseases. However, these buildings closed in 1941 when tubercular patients were transferred to other state facilities. There was also a nursing school here from the 1890s to 1990s. The program was free when it started to help combat the nursing shortage. Criteria for girls to become nursing students was that they had to be young, white, and live and work on campus, though obviously this changed later on.
Well, that concludes another episode of Deliciously Decayed. What you think of this place?
This was fun. It's been a while since we were given a history lesson ourselves instead of us just giving it to you.
Or bumping into a random old man in the woods that seems to know everything.
That does seem to happen a surprising amount. But I definitely recommend checking this place out. It's the Public Health Museum in Tewksbury. They have indoor and outdoor tours, and the staff is really friendly and knowledgeable.
With that being said, please remember to like and subscribe. Just say no to trespassing, even though it's not the crime of the century. I'm Rick.
And I'm Dev. We'll see you in New England's darkest corners.